Hello, my fellow minor league nerds. Welcome to the 20th and last episode of my Throwback Thursday Cap of the Day series. I'm going to be changing things up somewhat here on the Minor League Nerd channel. I will talk more about that at the end of the video. This last episode is about the Jacksonville Braves. The Braves are most remembered for the one season Henry Aaron played there in 1953. But baseball has a long history in Jacksonville, with the first team taking the field in 1892 in an early version of the Florida State League. I could not find really any information on the league other than the cities that were represented. Most teams that played in the city only lasted for a few seasons, either playing in early versions of the Florida State League or an early version of the South Atlantic League, the latter which came and went numerous times in the first half of the century, with the last one folding after the 1942 season due to World War II. The league was resurrected in 1946 and designated as Class A. It had 8 teams spread throughout Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. In Jacksonville, the team was named the Tars, and this is where our story of the Braves begins. The Tars name had been used before from 1926 to 1930, and then again from 1938 to 1942. The team played at Durkee Field, now known as J.P. Small Memorial Stadium. In their 7 seasons from 1946 to 1952, they were affiliated with the New York Giants and had 2 winning seasons, with their best being in 1952 when they finished in second place with a 79-58 record. They were the second highest drawing team in the league, seeing 111,409 fans. They would fall to the Montgomery Rebels in a 4-game sweep in the League Championship Series. In 1953, Samuel W. Wolfson purchased the club, signing a new affiliation agreement with the Boston Braves, who moved to Milwaukee a short time later, and he renamed his club the Jacksonville Braves. He cleared house with the exception of manager Ben Garrity, who remained in the role through 1956. Wolfson had been impressed by many players in the Negro American League and decided he wanted his team to be integrated, a move considered particularly bold in the mid-1950s South and one in direct defiance with his home stadium. 3 black players within the Braves farm system came to Jacksonville in 1953. They were Felix Mantilla, Horace Garner, and of course the already mentioned Henry Aaron, making them one of 3 integrated teams in the South and the first in the state of Florida. 1953 was a fantastic year in Jacksonville. They finished on top with a 93-44 record, seeing 142,721 fans, which was top in the league, more than 45,000 more than the next team. They defeated the Savannah Indians 3-1 in the first round of the playoffs, but came up short in the championship series, losing in 7 to the Columbia Reds. Henry Aaron had a monster season. He was 19 years old and was in his 2nd season in affiliated ball, having spent 1952 with the Eau Claire Bears of the Northern League. In 137 games in Jacksonville, he hit .362 with a slugging percentage of .589. He had 36 doubles, 14 triples, 22 home runs, and scored 115 runs and had 125 RBIs. He was named the league MVP. Aaron would later go on to make his MLB debut in 1954 with the Milwaukee Braves. Mantilla would join him 2 years later, with both players contributing to Milwaukee's 1957 World Series championship. 1954 would be another successful season for the team. Once again, they would finish in first place with an 83-57 record. Their attendance would slip a little by about 23,000, but they would again be the only team to draw over 100,000 fans. Once again, they would make it all the way to the league championship series, again though losing in 7, this time to the Savannah Athletics. With the Braves being such a hit, a new ballpark was needed to better accommodate the larger crowds. In 1955, the team moved into the newly built Jacksonville Baseball Park, renamed Sam W. Wolfson Ballpark in 1963. It was considered the best ballpark in the South Atlantic League and probably better than most in the AA Southern Association at the time. Phil Niekro, who played one season there, said, "When I played there, it made me feel like I was already in the big leagues." The Braves finished 1955 in second place, being eliminated in the first round by the Montgomery Rebels. Fans continued to flock to see them play, as once again they were the only team in the league to draw over 100,000. 1956 would finally see the Braves get over the hump. Once again they finished on top with an 87-53 record and drew over 129,000 fans, being joined by the Columbia Foxes and the Charlotte Hornets, who also drew over 100,000. In the first round, they defeated the Hornets before going on to win their one and only championship with a 2-game sweep over the Foxes. After that season, manager Ben Garrity would move on from Jacksonville after 4 straight winning seasons with the Braves, being promoted to the AAA Wichita Braves of the American Association. The next 5 seasons would not be all that great for the Braves. They would suffer their first losing season in 1957 when they went 76-78, finishing in 6th place. They would bounce back in 1958, finishing in 2nd place and once again going on to the championship series, where they would lose to the Macon Dodgers in 2 games. Their last 2 seasons as the Braves in 1959 and 1960 did not go well, seeing their attendance drop both years, finishing in 7th and 5th place. In 1957, Sam Wolfson, who was suffering from poor health, sold the team to Hall of Famer Bill Terry, who in turn would sell them to Texas millionaire Craig F. Cullinan Jr. Cullinan was a member of the Houston Sports Association, who were awarded a National League expansion franchise on October 17, 1960. When this happened, baseball rules required Milwaukee to end their affiliation with Jacksonville. Cullinan's new team, the Houston Colt 45s, would sign a deal with Jacksonville, who would then be renamed the Jets. 1961 would be a disaster for the Jets. They would finish in last place with a 51-81 record, going through 2 managers, Tom Saffel and Dixie Howell. They would see their worst attendance in their short history, when only 25,156 fans showed up. Following that 61 season, the team would fold. Jacksonville wouldn't go a season without a team, as Sam Wolfson would get back into the ownership game. He would buy the struggling Jersey City Jerseys, yes, that was their actual name, the Jersey City Jerseys, of the International League, and relocate them to Jacksonville in time for the 1962 season, renaming them the Jacksonville Suns. Wolfson would pass away in 1963. After 7 seasons, the Suns would relocate to Norfolk, Virginia, becoming the Tidewater Tides, currently known as the Norfolk Tides. After the Suns left town, Jacksonville would get a new AA franchise when the Southern League added 2 teams for the 1970 season. Once again, they would be named the Suns and still exist today as the AAA Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Now to talk about the changes coming to the channel. I'm basically a one-person operation. I do almost all the research, writing, recording, and editing myself. It's become a little overwhelming creating a new video to release every Thursday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually drop the Throwback Thursday Cap the Day series, which will be folded into the Franchise History series. The Mostly Forgotten Team series will continue on. I'm also planning on adding 2 additional series shortly. There will still be plenty of content, possibly even more. It just won't have a set schedule like I've been following for the Throwback Thursday series. I hope you can understand this and understand why I'm making the change, and enjoy what I have planned. Well, my fellow minor league nerds, that's going to do it for this week. As always, I do thank you for your support. This truly is a labor of love, just sometimes a little overwhelming labor. Until next time, keep on supporting minor league baseball and keep on learning about minor league baseball history.